she was hysterical. Like that was scary. And it's really hard to hear people just, not you. I'm saying people like speculating or saying all this misinformation when like they have no clue. And also, you know what? In her home right now that she just moved, she got to, she has a pan and a few spoons. She doesn't even have silverware.
Apparently. Sorry.
She doesn't have the washer and dryer that she paid for. And she has 2 other kids. People are saying, God, he can't even wash clothes for his kids. She paid for that. And she does have 2 other kids. But she did not take anything from that house except for that and her stuff. She didn't take any of the food. She didn't take the toilet paper. She didn't take paper towels. She didn't even take the silverware. She literally has a pan. Like we made her a wish list. Not her, we, within our friends group, not to go out publicly. So I don't think we would be coming together as a friends group to get her things if she had everything in the house. He's lying. That's what people that are in his position do. Like they're not going to come on here and be like, yeah, I'm going to be, they're not going to come and admit it. Who does that? And like, so no, she was living there and she was about to be out. And that's what's really sad, that this woman decided to like, I'm going to reach out to her abuser and tell her that she's saying he's abusive. And like, that's not what we do in a normal world. That's dangerous as fuck to do. And so like what brought it to social media? Yes, we came on to call that out because that is a dangerous thing to do. Anybody that's around her, I would not trust that she wouldn't do that to someone else. We never came on to talk about her whole situation, but because we came on to call that out, people didn't like that she got called out for it. So they're like, you know what? We're going to get in touch with him and we're going to get him on here and we're going to get him to show how she wasn't even a victim. And it's really, really fucked up. But luckily, she does have a support system around her and she is doing all the right things. That's all that anybody needs to know as far as that. All these people, everything they're saying, that's why I came in here and I was just like, I wasn't trying to be a bitch or anything. I was just like respectfully, like, I forgot what I even said, like, because I see the chat and I'm just like, this is all of these people are, everything I've seen in here is not true. She like, it was like people were saying like she left her kid with him. That's his kid too. They have a custody agreement.
Right.
Anybody knows that she can't.
If you were in fear for your life, would you leave your kid? Let's be for real. Honestly.
Do you think that she has that choice? Because you don't. I have literally, he was in that home.
Ever leave my kid in a dangerous situation.
And to me, I feel like I feel like it's harmful to say something like that. I have seen my friend beg for the police to get her child out the home before. Once they're
I can't
back, by the way. He was with his dad for 2 days. He's with her now. Like, but not that it's anyone's business, but to say like you know how many people have to, like they have to, like it's not up to you. It's not like you have a custody agreement. That's their child. And they might be perfectly fine with them. They might not. I mean, as far as I know, he doesn't abuse his child. And so if you have a court agreement, like I've seen my friend begging on her knees for the police to go get her child out the house. It's a civil, like, you got to deal with it with the judge. That's a civil matter. Like, and they couldn't do nothing. I'm sorry, but you can't. As much as you say you would, you wouldn't be able to.
I just want to bring this up. Now, you know her behind the scenes, right? You know her in real life. You see all of these things going down. Now, I want you to take it from the audience's perspective here on TikTok or on social media.
Which you shouldn't have one, but yeah, go ahead.
So this stuff gets out. Now, you said this video was taken a year ago. Listen, you know what I mean? Like, none of us know that. This comes out here. We're seeing this. He is hopping in on lives, right? Can you blame people for talking about it after she scammed people? Now, let's be real.
How did she scam people if she never ended up like?
Come on, Bri. In all fairness, I have been completely
the GoFundMe that she.
So you mean to tell me all of that gypsy and all of you were going after her? That wasn't a scam. That wasn't all a lie.
She, in her mind, believed that shit.
So are you admitting? Hold on. So then you're admitting that that's the truth, Bri?
What do you mean? I just told you. I just said. Did I say that? I said she believed that. That's in her mind is what she believed.
Bri, come on, man. What? Come on.
Okay, you don't have to believe.
Come on.
I don't think y'all.
You know what, Bri? I'm good for an honest, respectable conversation.
Yeah, and so am I. So I can either be. You can either like not be
justify the fact that she was out there, she saw proof. They said Ivory Rose Knows, came across the cop car. They're doing this, they're doing that to me, they're coming after me. You know, Christy did this, Christy did that. And
her boyfriend will tell you they got pulled over that night.
Hold on. And then you're going to tell people, I got to sue them. I need help. $20,000. Because these people are doing all things wrong. And you're going to say, well, she believed it. It's justifiable.
No. Well,
Come on, dude.
No, that's actually not what I said. I think you're hearing what you want to hear.
If I can't have an honest, genuine conversation where you could sit there and be
okay,
like,
so are you going to let me speak, or are you really just trying to, like, is this entertainment for you?
I let you speak the entire time, Bri.
No, I'm talking about this.
So let me finish saying what I'm saying.
Okay. Twisting my words, but okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. No, let's also remember, because actually the same thing happened to Nadatha, kind of. People were telling her to start a GoFundMe.
Nobody's talking about Nadatha. We're going to take Nadatha out of it because it has nothing to do with Nadatha.
No, it's a pattern. So that's my point is people will tell people, you should, like, people were telling her to start a GoFundMe.
So that means she should do it?
Her. No, I never said that.
Do it for support for something
that's not the point. So if I'm not going to be able to finish my point, you won't never like. Do I think it's okay what she did? Absolutely not. But when I tell you she took full accountability, I've never met someone in my life that has apologized and took accountability like she has.
Good for her for taking accountability. She should have, and I'm glad she did.
She did.
But that doesn't justify the behavior that led her to the accountability.
Yeah, but that behavior was done to us. So why are you so pressed about it?
Because I'm not pressed about it. My whole point is, do you understand, as from an audience perspective, now it was all put out on TikTok, that we don't believe her because she's shown to be nothing but a liar and a scammer. To the
Y'all don't believe her because she decided not to make hate content anymore.
No, that's not.
Maybe not you. Maybe not you.
Well, I could speak on me that as a viewer, as somebody who sat here in this community and was scammed and, you know, was lied and had people reaching out, oh, you need to back me up because they're coming after me and doing all that to me. Let me tell you something. That was a scam. I don't believe her. She lied. Now, granted, she took accountability for it.
There were things she lied about.
She's an adult. She should have. But now, am I going to believe her the next time she says somebody's going after her? No. Does it matter what I believe at the end of the day?
This has nothing to do with, like, her doing that. You know how many people come on the internet and lie for money and clout and attention? So
exactly, you're proving my point, Bri. Exactly.
No, I'm not proving your point. So because that means don't believe them if they're being abused because they lie about to get attention. Like almost everybody does on the internet
all the time.
You know how many? Well, I guess that's an opinion because I could say I think all of you have lied then, but I don't like. I wouldn't be right to call. So would it be a right because I think you lied about things? Would it be okay for me to be like you're not being abused?
Absolutely. If I lied about somebody hurting me,
or anybody, I would never do that.
And then I sat there and said, "Oh, I had, you know, somebody's hurting me again," and you don't believe me. Well, I can't be mad at you. I lied the first time, right?
Lied the first time about not about this though, not about her being abused.
You lied about people coming after you and harming you and putting your life in danger. Same shit. Right?
You know what? People put me in danger a lot of times, and you think anybody gives a fuck? Nobody would have cared. No, nobody cared the second she decided not to make that content anymore. And there was so many things. You know how many? Y'all don't know the conversations we had. You're looking at things black and white. You're looking at things black and white.
And that's exactly and you just said it. You're looking at things black and white. We're an audience on TikTok. We are people receiving this information from two sides of a story. Nobody told them to put it out there. They decided, however, it was an accident. They didn't mean to. However it got out, they ultimately were the creators of the content. They put it out there.
No, she didn't. Someone else. That's what you want to understand. Huh?
So did she not cry into the video? How did they get the content?
It was from September on a friends only post.
So did she make a video?
Right now, what you're doing. So y'all, I hope y'all hear this. Right now, if y'all.
You're not making any sense. Ultimately, the point is.
Basically, y'all in the chat right now, do not make a video saying you're abused because it's going to be used against you by her. Sorry, but that's what you're saying. I came up here to actually tell you, have a respectful conversation. All you're doing is victim blaming, and it's actually really sick.
People harming you,
actually sick.
You
know, how did you like it when Jen did that to you? When Jen did that to you, did you like that?
Did you like that? If you are so concerned about your friend, Get off the
Did
internet.
you like
Get her
it?
to the police station.
Did you like being invalidated about your abuse? I know I
What
stood up
abuse?
for you. What, Jen?
What abuse?
Cajun Navy Jen? The shit that she said you lied about and stuff? I even stood up with you
Did I
about that. I
sit
think that
here
was
and
sick
cry
that
on
she
the
said that.
internet?
What?
Did I sit here and make it go on forever and ever and play? Invalidated. I don't care. It don't hurt me.
Neither did she, though. I didn't invalidate. I don't do that shit.
My whole point, you're not listening. You're not
No, I
willing
am
to
listening.
accept
I just don't agree with you.
She, at some point, made a video of herself crying. How it got on the internet is
Not of
on
herself
her. She was the
crying.
owner of that video. It got out because she made the video.
It's
right?
not of herself crying, so you're not listening.
Listen, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It has to do with this whole thing, right? Now.
Okay, so basically, if somebody does that, people are like, you know what, y'all, if you're a victim of abuse, please do not be afraid to make a video on the internet. Tell somebody, even if that means on social media. Don't listen to this bullshit. You're allowed to do that. Have somebody help you. If you don't have anybody, reach out on social media.
You are absolutely
no, that's actually
right.
dangerous and harmful.
Make whatever content you want. You could put out whatever you want.
Yeah.
But my whole thing is when you put out the content, then there are repercussions to the content. Now, if you've gone lying
Right, the
before,
difference between you and I is I stand against that shit. You don't.
About people trying to harm you, whether or not she believed it, you think she. I don't think she believed it. Come on, man. There's no way.
I do think I've seen her go through the questions. You know how many questions she had for me?
She lied.
There's a whole story, but you're not letting me say it. So
at the end of the day, she lied. Yes or no?
Okay. All of you did.
She admitted she lied.
All of you did. She's the only one that admitted it. Yep, she's the only one out of all of you that admitted
it. So now you're upset because I don't believe somebody who's already a liar. No, I don't.
Well, at least she can admit it. Y'all don't admit it. I mean, you probably came the closest to it. You probably came close to it.
You can call me on it.
You said so yourself. You said so yourself that I see Gypsy as a person. You saw her as content. The fact that you saw her as content and that's all you saw her as
is my content. I'll say that 1,000,000 times over. Her case is my content. Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
So you're gonna make it. So you think,
in all fairness, were you ever my content? No. Was her baby ever my content? No. Her case was my content. Her and her case were my content.
Right. And your content is going to cater what you needed to be catered to. So exactly. So you think all of it's going to be based on truth? Hell no. It wasn't. So, but Ivory can at least own that.
Ivory scammed people for money. She said that she needed help because she was under attack and needed $20,000 for a lawyer.
And she shut the GoFundMe down and refunded everyone.
She absolutely did. But does that make it right?
Wait, people were still supporting her after that.
Decision to do it, knowing it was wrong.
Y'all supported her after that. Y'all supported her after that.
Does it make the
y'all supported her after that?
Does it make the decision right?
Y'all still supported her after that, so I feel like you.
Does it make?
No. You're not going to do that. You're not going to do that because this is the thing. What I'm saying proves that y'all don't care. Oh my God. Y'all, let me explain this. If not, I'll go on my own live and do it. Okay. So let me explain what she's saying.
I'm gonna let you get it out. Go ahead.
She wants me to say like that was wrong, but here's the thing. Y'all didn't give a fuck. Y'all give a fuck now, but y'all didn't give a fuck then. And it's because y'all didn't give a fuck until she stopped talking about Gypsy.
It has nothing to do what fucks anybody gives.
Yes,
it has to do with the fact that she got on the internet. She made something up. She lied, tried to monetize on it, gained sympathy from it. Did she admit she lied? Yes. Did she take accountability? Yes. Good for her. Does it make it what she did originally, the decision she originally made? Does it make it right? No. So now when she's out here on the internet,
y'all are still doing what she was doing.
To harm her, I am not going to believe it. Why does anybody care what I believe?
Y'all are still doing what she was doing.
I hope he gets arrested if he did it. I hope she gets arrested if he didn't do it. And justice will ensue.
I mean, you missed the whole point of me coming up here. The point was the point that we even brought this to the internet. I don't give a fuck. Y'all talk about if you want to talk about somebody's abuse that walked away from a community that's not even. Then go ahead. I mean, I don't care. Go ahead. Go for it, girl. My point was that someone to go on here and to do and talk for someone to reach out to someone's abuser is dangerous. And anyone who disagrees with that,
I'm not arguing
that's a you problem. Well, that's what I came up. Well, all the lies, like you were just like, oh my God, she couldn't leave her kids' toilet paper. That's not true.
I was reading the comments and I said, is that true? I didn't see it. Did you watch the entire thing?
Yeah, I did. And no, you were saying like, wow, she couldn't do that.
I didn't see that. Is that true? Is that not what I said?
No, you were like, God, she couldn't even leave that for kids. I mean, we'll have.
I will absolutely send you the clip, and you know
Okay,
I will.
oh, don't worry, we'll have it too. So,
Ivory,
All right.
Ivory, I want to say something. Okay.
Go ahead.
I am the one that brought this out publicly. And the reason I did that is because,
just in case, I already told her.
like Bri said, the girl who reached out to this man didn't know this man, and just completely gambled in a dangerous situation. Okay. Ivory has all 3 children with her. All right. I caught this man in lies on Key's panel. Why she didn't catch the lies, I don't know, but I caught them. He tripped himself up. But I mean, no abuser is going to, and he told Ivory that he would ruin her on social media. He told her that. The reason he knew about the 15th was because we had been saying that for days online, and he's paying attention. You know, he didn't know she was going to leave the 15th. That was very secretive. But once she finally got out, we said, you know, we had a place for her next Thursday, the 15th. But because of this girl's actions, we had to make a plan B. All right. The man wouldn't even get up and take his child to school. Okay. Wouldn't even get up and take him to school. So Ivory had to take action. She has all 3 children with her now. She had a custody agreement that she had to honor to keep herself out of getting into any trouble. But here's my thing. I don't want to engage in this because I've had people reach out to me and say, this is the exact reason why I will not come forward. One girl reached out to me and I was very shocked that she would even speak to me because we've had issues before. And she said, I'm in a situation very similar to this. And this is one of the reasons I won't speak on it. I'm afraid to. I've had other people say, I'm not okay with what's happening right now, and people invalidating this abuse. And because I've lived through it, a lot of people are triggered by it. But this man is not going to get up on that platform. And do you know how cunning and slick
you know what?
abusers
I'm so
are?
glad that you gave Sheena. I'm about to drop. I just want to say this. I'm about to drop. No, it's okay. You've already disrespected. You see how you let Sheena talk? I wasn't able to say a god fucking damn thing.
Come on.
You kept jumping my ass. So Sheena, you advocate for her because she hasn't allowed me to.
That's correct.
So I'm glad you were able to come up here.
I let you talk for the first 10 minutes.
No, you were jumping my ass the whole time. No, the whole time you were stopping me to ask me more questions.
Because you were not letting me respond, Bri.
So it escalated.
No, you were stopping me. I didn't get to explain. Look, even right now, you let Sheena speak the whole entire time. But I'm glad, though. I'm glad. I want somebody to be able to advocate for Lindsay. It's not going to be me this time. It's going to be her because I wasn't able to.
Bri,
so,
is anybody saying not to speak?
Girl,
you kept interrupting her.
You went on and on and on and on and on and on and on about Lindsay's last year shit. Anyways, goodbye. This isn't about me. This is about Lindsay. So bye, Sheena.
At some point, if you're going to have a conversation,
you ask
and you make a statement, then you have to allow me to respond to the statement.
Right, and you have no. If you're going to ask me the question, I have to be able to answer. Though, you know, it kind of works that way.
You talked for the first 20 minutes of the live, Bri.
Okay, we'll get the clip in, and you'll see how many times she cut me off. You wouldn't let me finish the full sentence. But anyways, Sheena's able to, and I'm glad she is. So there you go.
Okay.
Because she knows just as much as me. So
go ahead.
I heard Bri trying to make a point several times and be interrupted. But my thing is, I don't care at this point whether you believe Ivory or not. We know the truth. There are things in motion that we can't speak on, and we can't speak on that because he is watching. But I will say this. I am disgusted at people invalidating her abuse. And I always say, you know, when someone goes after someone's addiction, or I always say, I hope to God it never knocks on your door, whether it's you, your child, someone you love, someone you care about. But actually in this case, especially the women who are invalidating this girl, I hope you get your ass beat by a man. I hope you get the fuck beat out of you, the dog shit beat out of you, and then nobody believe you. That would make me happy.
Can I speak now?
You sure
Am I allowed to speak now? You just said you don't care who believes her. So what's it matter?
I don't. At this point, I don't, because
saying is
she has been invalidated enough.
Accused people of trying to harm her life before, and now she's doing it again, and we don't believe her. I don't know what personally you do. If it's the truth, go get her help.
But you said, Ivory, yourself, you said with your own mouth, he got up there, he was respectful, he was there. What do you think he's going to do? You think he's going to get up there and yell and act a fool and be like, yeah, I beat the fuck out of her? He's not going to do that.
Right, but I still would believe him before I believed her because she already lied about people harming her.
All right, point taken. Point taken. I hope I've made mine. I don't want to trigger any other women. I don't want to invalidate their abuse, but anyone who is invalidating her, first of all, people are saying things that aren't even true. They weren't separated 13 years. That's ridiculous. But I really hope you get your ass beat. I hope you get the fuck beat out of you and nobody believes you. And I'd be completely happy with that.
Yeah, see, that don't happen to me.
All right. No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about anybody who invalidates her. I hope that happens to you. I really do. That would be great karma. All right, you guys have a great night.
If you all jumped her, like she said you were all trying to do. That'd be karma, right? Hope that happens to her.
I didn't hear you.
I said, I hope she actually gets attacked by these people. Wouldn't that be karma? Because you lied about it. You, Breathe, Blanchard's, Gypsy, like, all of them are coming after her.
You did not just say you hope that people get their ass beat.
I said that. I said that. Yes, I said that.
You did say that? Well, I'm going to tell you something, Sheena. I grew up in an abusive home, and I'm not going to condone fucking lying or you talking like that. That's fucking gross.
I would hope you wouldn't invalidate her, and if you're not invalidating her, that doesn't apply to you.
A known liar.
I'm sitting there speaking that she's lied prior. Consistently.
Who has not lied in their life about something?
I don't lie about a $20,000 GoFundMe.
When
I don't do tarot cards.
And she was afraid for her husband.
That shit happened to us, okay? And if we are willing to forgive and get past that, then why the fuck isn't anybody else? If the Blanchards are willing to forgive her,
and everybody's saying, "Oh well," in the chat, well to her too. Then fuck y'all.
Who am I to do that?
There's nothing wrong with them forgiving her. Good. I'm glad you're all at peace with it. I, however, will not forget the fact that she got up into this community, lied to everybody about people going after her, putting her and her kids and her husband's life in danger, asking for money to support her so she can get help, and now she's sitting here doing it again. No. I don't have to believe it. And I won't.
Hey, point taken. I'm not going to argue with you because I'm not going to sit here and trigger a bunch of women. I'm not going to do that. And that's what's been happening. And you know what? If you believe that, man, you're just giving him what he wants. Who cares? We're going to move on. We're going to be fine. Ivory's going to be fine. We will make sure of that. That will be made sure of.
Good. I really hope if it happened that you do make sure she's fine. But
I will stand on that. No, I'm not triggered. I got over my shit a long time ago, Nellie. I'm saying there are women reaching out to me who are very upset about this whole situation. This man being given a platform.
She should have been brought to the internet, right?
I think that this girl shouldn't have ever reached out to him. I think you're right, Ivory. I agree. I think that was probably the lowest and shittiest thing someone could have done. Absolutely. But anyone invalidating someone's abuse, when you don't know what's going on, I hope you get your ass beat. I do.
Okay.
All right. You guys have a good night.
Are we fucking for real right now?
We're for real.
Okay, bye.
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 Okay, can I
wow.
I can't. If this was since last September, her friend, I can't even.
Why did she go live about it? That's my
what I'm saying.
As a friend, you need to, if you want to advocate for your fucking friend, you don't let them go live and post it all over social media. I don't give a fuck if it's just for friends viewing on a channel.
Listen.
No, not every friend needs to view it if it's that dangerous.
People can believe whatever they want. You guys know that I'm not going to tell you to believe me because I said it. However, I will never believe it because of her history with lying. And again, if you're so in fear for your life, you don't put it on the internet, go take care of your friend. I hope all is well in this situation. I still will not believe it unless I see him hit her. Period.
Well, you know what?
Why does anybody care what I believe, first of all?
They bring all their drama. They bring all their drama to deflect on what's going on because they don't want Gypsy. First of all, Bri, I'm sorry. She's an idiot. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you got caught. And then you wonder why everyone's picking on you because you don't throw stones if you don't want them thrown back at you.
Listen, my whole thing with this situation is now all of a sudden it can't be talked about. Meanwhile, they brought it up, right?
Exactly.
They
Y'all are
brought
putting
it.
out videos. She's putting out videos, she recordings and everything else, and got out there. Everyone's sitting there talking about it, but now you can't talk about it.
They
And
brought
you
it to the
go the
street.
opposite
I
way.
just got a thing to remove Winnie.
It's a large part of it's because when they put this out, and they are the ones that put it out initially, 100%. When they did put it out, they set traps for all of you guys that have channels, and they specifically said there were certain ones that they expected to respond a certain way, and they just knew it would not be the wrong way. And it was 100% a manipulation tactic and a trap to set those people up to respond in a way that they agree with them. And if they didn't, all of a sudden they were the enemy and they needed to shut up. But as long as they agree with them, it was good. We were good. And no matter their differences otherwise, they were good. But when they
But if you
disagree,
don't agree with
another
them, then
story.
they wish the worst on you.
Yes. And if
Who
Guys, hold
wishes
on.
on
I'll
a
be right
female
back. I
that you
gotta go
get
say
your
goodnight to
ass
my
beat?
kids. I'll be right back. You
okay.
guys carry on.
And if
I am
you
so
use
sick
Well,
of the
that just
word
Winnie in that,
shows
invalidate.
that just shows really the take accountability. Okay, she sat there last year and she complained creators wouldn't make videos supporting her.
Right.
Turns around, it's a
Cried.
lie.
Was crying, begging.
I watched those lives of her screaming and
but
crying.
are we
I
talking
think
about
they're
Lindsay?
coming by my house and
Yes.
this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
And I knew it was bullshit.
Well, Lindsay was always extremely very offended and very emotionally hurt when the people that were covering this case didn't accept her in. And there was a reason. Like, there was a reason. But that offended her a lot. And it hurt her a lot. And once she got so much of it, even though she wasn't willing to look at why they were doing that, she just flipped to the other side, and her ex is backing that up. What we already knew about that. He was like, she tried. It didn't
That's
work.
some therapy needed.
Yes.
That's not social
100%.
media validation. There comes a point, she's my age, almost probably
Well,
40.
I know I've only been on this app for less than a year, but when she first, that whole, I need a lawyer, she's the first person I ever gifted money to. That was my don't do that shit no more stuff.
Yeah, I could
And
never.
granted, it was only $20, but it was $20. But I thought that here, Gypsy Rose and her family is going to come after this creator, and I felt sorry for her, so I donated. I cash apped her directly, and you can't tell me that wasn't even 4 months later she's over BFFing with them. Now she's going to get on there and poor pitiful me. But if I hear the word invalidate one more time from that, oh my God.
Right. Well,
I haven't seen any of them do any type of awareness or any type of advocacy other than for Gypsy Rose. Okay. So for any of them to talk about us invalidating people, I have an 8 to 9 year streak of doing awareness and raising awareness and recognizing these things. I've also been a victim, and I know the first thing I do is not jump on social media. Now, there may be some that have no outing and they need help. And if they jump on because they need help, then that is okay. But it sounds like to me, she had help behind the scenes. So in no way or form should this have ever hit anything.
yes, she had hardcore supporters behind the scenes. And again, I didn't follow her only because I felt like every time I would scroll onto a video of hers, it felt like she was whining about and crying about not being accepted in by the other people covering the case on the same side that she was trying to cover it. And they weren't taking her word for it, that she lived there and knew facts above them and all that. It was just kind of a constant cry fest of y'all aren't taking me serious enough, and I'm the one that knows, period. And fuck everyone else who's covering this. I'm the one that knows. And when that wasn't accepted by the majority of people because they had discernment to be able to tell that there was some manipulation going on there, it pissed her the hell off, and she went to the other side. That's all there is. Like, that's the black and white of it. That's what it comes down to. And they accepted her in.
She sat there and she said, I'm looking at it very black and white. And anybody who knows me knows I look at every situation black and white.
Not
you see,
at
it's
all.
Fluff at the end of the day that doesn't make sense. Now, you have this woman who's out here crying that she was abused by her husband. You have the husband not acting like an abuser. However, I'm not inclined to believe Ivory because, well, let's be real. Again, you sat there on the internet. You made a big deal that you were in fear for your life because they were all coming after you. Do we not all remember that whole situation?
Right.
Yep.
They were coming after you. You had to protect your husband and your children and your family. And so you needed to get a lawyer because something needed to be done to protect me and my family.
On more than one occasion.
And then it was all a lie. You sat there and you took money from the people who wanted to help you. Again, I hope she doesn't screw you all who are trying to help her, because everybody on the internet, all her loyal followers who really loved her and cared about her, sent her money to try and help her, and she deceived them. It was all a lie. So, no, why would we believe her? Listen, it doesn't matter at the end of the day whether or not any of us believe her or not. If she needs to get help, then go get her help. But I just hope you find at the end of the day that she really needed it and it wasn't all a lie. I'm just saying.
And
you cried
stop
too many
asking
times.
us. Stop
Quite
asking
frankly,
us to like completely abandon all